Hey guys, welcome back to the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Third episode. Getting kind of crazy. Is that the OC on the wall? Yuck. A chow hangs very curiously from a tree branch. The large text below, he reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really need to see this. Already need to see this. This little chow is hanging there, refusing to use its wings to fly safety, because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. It's beautiful. If this chow can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was so much thought put into this poster. Right? A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to come and visit some other countries. There's lots of fun places, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Oh, that sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia if you ever been there. I've actually been there. If you ever visit, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle! Let's go! Professor Pickle! He'll tell you everything about the area and make one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? There's a book here. What's this bright red book? Oh yuck, this reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird that this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. You know Eggman be cooking it up. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check here. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. Ah, I really thought there'd be something here. Frosty, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash can bin. We'll find. You really think so? Yeah, just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Frosty, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Bill's is silently roasting me. Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. Lots of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. How about the table? Let's just take a pause and sit for a sec. These chairs are very comfy, so plush, and puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Frosty, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring, oh my god, if I had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time. I can't even speak. Back here. Shadow supposedly walked right through the library car before going to the saloon car. When Shadow left the library cart, he locked the door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I believe we should. Okay. Shadow sus. Let's check out Espio real quick. Fancy a poem? Can I get a poem about space? How about a poem about trains? Space. I've made it up to space with my beloved and vase. What a mistake in my haste. Dropped the vase from my embrace. So my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read into it too deeply. It's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has he? Oh my god, we're not interrogating him yet! Let's just talk. What'll it be? How about trains? Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. What? The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Huh? Thanks. I actually really like that one. Huh? What do you mean, Tails? Okay, we'll talk to Vector and then we'll interrogate. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I might be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried bringing a knife on the train? I'm a man authentically, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. Knife on you? We definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Wait, can I take your order? Oh yeah, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Then why would you show the menu to me? Come on, Frosty, why would you tease him like that? And here I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Look, Frosty, you made a fool of him. Come on, Frosty, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. Yeah. I smooth things over, but at what cost? Didn't we already check everything? I don't think we checked this. Ooh, brochures. There are travel destinations ideas here. An amusement park, like amusement parks. Carnivals? Hotels? Restaurants? Oh. Frosty, look at this. There's a couple maps here. This seems to be a map of the library card. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Oh, there's a whole area right here. Oh my god. Professor Pickle. Wow. I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. This is no time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging for all the books' titles excitingly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out of the floor and everything, but every book on the shelf, on these shelves are alphabetical order, but this one. What? It's a user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but this is interesting. Let's make a note about it. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Okay. No, we don't fancy a poem, bozo! Let's get on to it! So, you two don't believe us, eh? It's not that. I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Frosty and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio is really reading in the library card. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library card to visit Knuckles? You're prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that'd be easy. I got bored. Okay. Yup. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seemed. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. It seems to line up with the information we gathered from Knuckles. And that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading. Were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What book was it? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What was it? What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what the book might be. Frosty, could you help me out? Alright, Frosty. What book do you think Espio may have been reading? Of course, this book. Emmanuel, you think Espio is reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Bro, that's easy. It was easy. There we go, baby. First try only. That wasn't a lie. These are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked the manual up and put it back in their incorrect place. Ooh. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you some questions, a few of them, about the manual. Frosty, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to the page and ask. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? I don't know. Probably 14. Okay. What efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During the events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons and explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced that question, Frosty. Hit him with another one. Oh, okay. 89. What is the Mirage Express cancellation policy? No refunds, and you will be charged with a no-show fee. This does not apply if you are over the age of 65. Gee, that person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Frosty. See if Espio can go 3 for 3. Okay. 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease the general train up? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access the full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. I am horrible at reading. Now, did I pass your little test? Yeah, totally. It's wild you were able to retain all the information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. Clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to sustain, despite being the truth. Ah. Well, you definitely read for the manual, so I suppose we can't. Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you read it. Yes, that is correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true. And we have evidence to back it up. Frosty? Oh my god, he always puts me on the spot. Okay. Well, it had to be this. Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell, what does this have to do with anything? We're up, Frosty. Let's get an argument together. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score. He wasn't his high score for long. Crocs are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated, reading his book for a good while at this point. Oh. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't know notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, I see. I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So, if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all doors, then at that moment, you were really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio leave. And no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Frosty, one that I would love Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved in my book that I didn't notice Shadow pass by through the library car. Honest. When Vector returned, he'd even tapped me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply reading? Or sitting reading? Or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the car? What should I do? Oh, really? Oh, we on Tails' side! Tails! We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? Oh, he was reading on a table. Maybe you just didn't see it because of that. This is my thoughts in order. So maybe Espio is being blocked. That's basically the premise of that. Library map? Oh, I see it. See the exits? They're right across from another, a straight path. If Shadow walked down this straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow not to see him? Espio was right here. Where I was sitting reading my book. Oh, you can see this. Espio was in the same spot. Oh, that confirms it! You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot because the bookcase is in the way. I thought I had it wrong for a sec. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio, or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense when why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologizing for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. I just feel freaked out for nothing. Thank you for both answering all our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Nice! Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty questions for Rouge, and especially Shadow. Oh? It seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give 'em heck, and if you need any meat chop, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for both of you. A murderer is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick, tock, tick. Or tick, tick, tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing it. Come on, Frosty. Let's go see what's next.